Hey guys, and welcome to this session. Doing some blitz on chesstempo.com, or on chesstempo.com on Lee Chess. Let's get into the 5-3 pool. Um, I actually had a draw and a loss against a player in the last match. It left me really dissatisfied, so I'm doing another session. Oussattaque. Alright, let's play the Caro against Oussattaque. Which in French means where are we going to attack? Knight in, bishop here. This is all um, whatever variation this is called. I don't even know what it's called. Um, is all about getting easy piece development or okay, so now he can win this pawn if he so chooses. Do I really care? So pawn, bishop, pawn. Pawn takes. Queen c7, threatening bishop takes, and queen takes e4. He plays bishop d4. Yeah, that's just bad. So I should take on d5 now. And then I'm just going to play for this knight to come in. Bishop e7 coming up and then just castles. Queen here, rook c1. It's fine. Rook c1, rook c8, and there's no way for him to continue the pressure. I think I want to take this. So I have the bishop pair, and now I'm just going to play for castles. Rook over, rook over. Is he going to play for b5? Just playing for b5 to continue to restrict my pieces. I'm going to play a6 and queen here. Yeah, so a6. And then I'm going to bring my queen to b5. If I take with the pawn, if I take with this pawn, he's going to land the knight in here. I think I have to do it though. So I am accepting some pretty severe weaknesses. So if I take with the bishop, His knights have become very good, yeah? So I'm going to take here, and my plan is to bring the bishop around. I'm going to bring the bishop here. Okay, so now I feel pretty content with my position overall. I think I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to play for a5. Does that make a lot of sense? Yeah, I think that makes sense. So this, and then a5, pawn takes. a5. And I'm just trying to weaken his structure to the maximum possible. And I'm also trying to get a rook over. So I wanted the bishop here to protect this. And now I'm going to bring my rook over here. Knight check does not scare me. So pawn takes. If he plays with the rook, I'm going to take. So he needs to take with the pawn. Knight check doesn't work. Just be careful not to blunder any forks, and I'll be fine. He's just giving me a3. Is that a free pawn? a3. Rook takes a3. What's he trying to do? So yeah, I was threatening rook a1. But now I've got another pawn. So I'm just cleaning house. Because yeah, rook a1 was a huge threat. Yeah. Rook a1 was a huge threat. If a takes rook check, I would have had back rank. So now let's continue to clean house. I can pick up on C. I can come around here and pick up on C, or I could just play rook check. If I pick up here, if I play rook b8, rook c8, knight takes. The problem is that after the knight moves away, he'll be on my back rank. Back rank might be on my back rank. He'll be on my back rank. How do you pronounce that? He'll be on my. So I think rook b8 is best. Rook b8, rook c6, rook b8. Oh, fork. I'm going to get forked for the. Oh no, but I have check. So rook b8, knight fork, check. I have king b7, or rook b7. So I'm fine. See if he'll play it. Okay, so now I don't have the fork, so I should get out of that and move. Yeah, let's give the knight a budge. Very important that knight c6 doesn't work because I would get forked. I would get forked again. If I let that happen, that would be so sad. That would be so sad. So many forks. Okay, I gotta stop talking because of time. No back rank. Ouais. Vraiment, merci Oussattaque. C'était un bon parti. Donc, uh, thank you very much to this guy. Where are we going to attack? I really like his name. Where do we attack? He has an extra S in here. I don't know why he has two S's, but if you wrote that out in French, it would mean like, where does one attack? So it's a cute name. It's a very good name. Let's take a look at this game, yeah? Uh, Caro. This was a really weird Caro-Kann. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't. No, this is just a direct. I was thinking of a different game that I played earlier. Yeah, Queen C7. This is preferred. I think Queen C6 is better than Queen D7. Um, for reasons. For reasons. It hits B2. It hits B2. It defends A7. It stops me from getting some sort of pin on the C file if I put my queen on, say, C8 or C7. And with the queen not on D7, um, I don't know. The queen on D7 could also have been good. We'll see. But queen B6 also, like, it sets up tactical opportunities against this pawn here. This is all pretty good. I think I like what my opponent did, but I also like my plan of this simple, if he doesn't take, well, he has to take because of the positioning of the knight. But I wasn't expecting this immediately, but I was planning on sneaking into D3. So here, I just chop that off. And my play from this point on is pretty direct, because you can see that while I imagined this position even when I was taking here, you can see like the weaknesses of his pawns, and you can see, as in the game, the threats that I was able to create. So pawn takes, and if pawn takes, there's rook a1 checkmate. Very nice. And I was just able to sort of clear house. But his knight really causes you problems. There are so many moments where I could have gone wrong. For example, this check. This was actually me baiting out the check, because knight c6, rook check, king h2, and then rook c8 loses c5. He drops c5. So I had a good idea here. But actually, rook c6 doesn't work because of knight e7 check. So there are just checks for days with this knight. And he did, il a joué ses dernières cartouches. In French, in English, he played his last cards. That's an English expression. He played his last cards. And here, of course, I take with the rook immediately. Taking with the pawn, of course, is fine, but I want rook takes c4 so as to force the exchange, or to make the exchange more alluring. And after g6, he just decided that that was it. Let's take a look at the game over the board, or with analysis. This is a very overwhelming position, no doubt. Normal moves, normal moves, normal moves. Bishop check is not a move that I considered. Queen a5 check. I'm not missing any tactical opportunities here. It does like queen b6. I wonder what it thinks of queen d7. It doesn't dislike it, but it doesn't particularly like it either. Rook, and if queen takes, bishop takes. I've got a good attack. I can win material immediately, I guess, with queen check. But it's a little bit dangerous for both of us. So this. I think this is all good. He played for a very specific advantage, which was the weakness of c6. I think the mistake he made was trying to put a piece on c5 a little bit too soon. He tried to put a piece on c5 a little bit too soon, and that did make his life a little bit too difficult. An alternative plan here, instead of a5, was a move that I considered. Yeah, I did think about a5 and just playing against all the weaknesses there. That was a very, it seemed a very straightforward way to play, but it also just seemed unnecessary to take that unnecessary risk and spend that unnecessary time calculating. Because after a5, pawn takes a5, this is just unnecessary complications. Okay, it doesn't like my plan. It does not like my plan. Stockfish thinks the passed pawn is pretty powerful. So what would it have him play instead? Just go back for a very slight advantage. And yeah, this is of course immediately very difficult to hold. And there's this very beautiful combination, right? He has some real tricks here, because if you do something stupid, there are some real opportunities to go wrong here. He likes rook a8. I could see that. My back rank was a concern throughout the game. Here I would just go for this. Oh no, because yeah. If knight takes, and he can't stop me from picking up the other pawn, I don't like that. I want to keep all my pawns. Okay, but yeah. So this is more the cleanup phase of the game. At this point, we're just cleaning up. No missed opportunities. All this is very direct play. Yeah. Good game. Thank you very much again, Oussattaque. And yeah, you had some clever moves there. You had some really good threats with the back rank, as well as the knight forks. They were dangerous. So thank you so much for that game. And until the next time we play, good luck with your chess journey. Bye bye for now.